Right. Jai Gurudev. Today we are going to discuss economic topic people as resource. So we know that already yesterday previous topic in that I said 30% of syllabus was reduced. In that one topic we reduced food security in India, that was eliminated by CBSE. Now we are going to discuss topic people as resource. It is a most important topic which we are going to discuss, people as resource. People as resource, what is the purpose of people as resource? In this, how people were used to invest their money in different aspects. What are the aspects we used to discuss, and later we will discuss regarding the human capital formation and physical capital formation. What is the meaning of physical factor? And we will discuss regarding assets, liabilities, and how these resources are available for the people. And next we are going to discuss the quality of population. We will discuss about the education, economic activities and non-economic activities. Economic activities and non-economic activities by men and women we are going to discuss in this topic. And next we are going to discuss regarding the education, health, unemployment. These are the topics we were used to discuss in the people as a resource. So people as a resource. Why people as a resource means the people will referring that it is all people were used to work together. For which purpose means in terms of their skills, to develop their skills, to develop their abilities, to develop the abilities. For that purpose, the people mainly says about people as the resources. Especially we are going to explain about the population. Why we are means here it is an effort to explain that population is a asset which for the economy of our country rather than the liabilities. Assets are nothing but in simple way we can say that whatever it may be, put money in your pocket. The money which you are used to put in your pocket is known as asset. In simple way, in economical terms, which were used to understand you in a simple way, that the money which were in your pocket is known as the asset. And the money out, the put the money out, it is known as the liabilities. It is known as the liabilities. Nothing but money out from your pocket. From your pocket. So it is known as liabilities. We are coming to the asset. What? The money in your pocket. Put money in your pocket. In your pocket. So it is the asset and liabilities. So these are assets are nothing but which were for the development of our economy. How means in return it is a long process. It is a long process as a people as a resource. Why? Because the peoples were used. People is nothing but population. So population which were used to invest in a way of human capital. They were used to invest in the way of a human capital. Sir, human capital which purpose sir means it is a stock which for our skill, which were for the skill and productivity of our knowledge, and for the development of the skill, technical skills, for productivity of skills and knowledges which the human capital will help us in investment of on education, training and medical care. It will mean on education. By the education we will know deeply about the education. And regarding the training is also needed to develop our skills, to develop our abilities technically, at the same time medically is nothing but health. So when we are healthily, when we will be healthy, or when we are potentially healthy, at that time we can do the work in an extraordinary way. So at the same time the human capital plays a key role in producing of the skill and knowledge by investing in three ways. By the investment in three ways: education, training and medical care. So in this what will happen means in return it will give an huge profit for us, but it will take time. In returns, the investment what is made on the education, what is made on the medical care, it will be returns for us long time. So it is only known as it is called as a physical capital. It is known as a physical capital. So while coming to here, physical capital, now I will say in three main factors of the production, this physical factor will occupy. That one we will discuss now. So human capital formation. The human capital formation for which product means it is where to develop our country. So nothing but it were used to show the power of our country. It were used to adds the productivity power of our country. Productivity power of our country. In which way means in physical capital formation. In which way means in physical capital formation. Physical capitalization formation where in three factors. It represents the economy in one of three products. In one of three products, represents the economy in one of three products as a physical capital formation. Physical capital formation. Next one, coming to here, this people as resource is also known as human as a resource. So human, peoples are nothing but human. Peoples are nothing but population. People are nothing but human. People are nothing but population. So people as resource or people will call as people as human resource. So for which purpose means which were used to the population, these people resource will contribute mainly for the creation of national product. National product. So our gross national product is also depends upon the people as resource. By investment, again by coming of the investment. So economic transaction is going on there continuously. That is the thing, but it is in a positive way. It is in a positive way or positive side. We can say that it is helpful for the creation of gross national product. But in negative way, in negative side, what we are considering means it is considering the problems. The population creating lot of problems in our country, especially in which purpose means food, especially creating the problem in food and at the same time education, at the same time health facilities. Due to oversize of the population, due to oversize of the population, it creating lot of problematic in our country, especially providing of food, education and health facilities to overall. And we will see regarding the population. So when the population will started in our country, it will be looked after by whom, in which year it was started, later 10 years how it was made, and at present population what is our country and which second place we are occupying, that we will discuss in the quality of the population topic regarding the population. So these were made a key role. Which were made key role means people as a resource. People as a resource is nothing but it referring our country to produce a working skills and abilities among the people as a how means as a human resource, for which purpose means for the growth of national product. So this the main important. Sir, how it is possible means it is possible by the formation of the human capital, by the formation of the human capital. So which purpose sir means to develop the skills and knowledge of a person. By how sir means by providing the education, by providing the training, proper training facilities, at the same time by giving a medical equipments properly. For this purpose what will happen again, they will get in returns of the profit in a physical capital formation. This physical capital formations we will discuss now. Later while coming to the same way, here the population will be considered as the asset. Asset is nothing but the money which is in your pocket, means it is okay, somewhat profitable. It is not a, we can say as a profitable. But while coming to liabilities, the money which you are keeping, so these are the things which were people as a resource. Next we are going to discuss physical capital. The physical capital in the three formations. So what we will discuss. So now you understand the people as a resource. Why people as a resource means nothing but it is an human resource. So the human resource which were used for the development or for the contributing for the growth of a country, economically growth of our country. Next one, coming to here, this referring the country working style of the people and develops the abilities, working conditions, status, etc. of our people of our country. And next, why? What is the physical capital? So what is the purpose of physical capital? So physical capital we are going to discuss now. So coming to here, physical capital. So lesson name people as resource. Once again I am writing. People as resource. Important topic. It will be again who are going to take in CBSE as a commerce background. Again, it will be deep will be there in the upcoming classes in 11th standard people as a resource. So while coming to here, physical capital. Physical capital. So physical capital formation. So especially physical capital formation means it represents of economy. It represents of economy. It represents of economy. One of three primary factors of production. What are they means? One is resource and another one is environment and another one is infrastructure. So resource, environment and infrastructure, these are helping to each other. So resource, whatever the resource are available, that we have to use ourselves and at the same time using for the future generation without harming the environment. And at the same time infrastructure, by using of technical infrastructures, modern machines for the growth, development, the production of the goods and services, especially this physical capital will be help us in growing of the human as a resource. So these are important. That's why it represents the economy. Physical capital will be represents the growth of a economy, especially one of these three. This one will be based on these three in the factor of production. One is the resource, one is environment, one is the infrastructure. This is the physical as a resource. Next one, coming to here, at the same time we are going to discuss the human capital formation. Already we discussed it. Again, small topic. Human capital formation. The human capital formation were help in the human capital formation. The human capital formation which were help directly in growth of economy. Nothing but directly help in the higher incomes. So nothing but I means by investment. We are investment made on the human capital in providing of education. Due to that, what will happen? Directly it will get incomes. In future. At the same time, the training of higher productivity will help for the healthier people. And it is not only for education. For education development, it will give a respect in the society. It develops the respect in society. We can say not only for education or income, it gains society. Nothing but in society it create a better society for the growth of country and for the growth of economy of the country. At the same time, individual of wealth of income, individual of wealth of the people, not the income of the people. So human capital will be directly gains, it will use a higher income for the people. At the same time, not only for education or earning purpose, at the same time it will create a good society for the people. That is a topic. This is a topic of physical capital formation. And human capital formation. From many years of decades, what are they saying means here India having population. India having a large population, and this population has been considered as a liability. Population is considered as a liability. Here what they are saying means population considered as a liability they are saying. So liability means you understood, no? So it is not that much income, it is not profitable, it is investment, it like an investment, we are keeping the money out. So we are coming to here liability population which were in India many years, many decades in India saying that population as considered as a liability rather than asset, rather than asset, rather than asset. So rather than asset, it is considered as the, it is considered as the liability. But what I'm saying, people as a resource, because it is an economy, asset is it is an economy for our country. It is by investment, by gaining of the money. But large population need not to be ability, liability. But large population need not to be liability. Large population need not to be liability. Okay, na? It's the most important. Large population is need not to be liability. Why? Because it will be turned into productivity. It will be turned into productivity. How, sir? Means by investment, assets by the investment. So no need of thinking, worry about population, it will be a liability. Must not think like that. It must be a asset. It must be a asset. Why? Because in returns it were used to come in our hands like a human capital, like a human capital, like a human capital, like a human capital. Population is a liability. So how, sir? Means we can see one story, we can see one story. That story, one of the story regarding two persons, regarding the two persons. One is we can take example, regarding the textbook, or we can take our own also. So regarding two persons, so I will take some example like Ramesh and Suresh. Example of story, it is a story how, for example, I am creating how to understand how the human capital, how this population or human capital returns in profit, how it will make. So like that I am taking an example as a story, Ramesh and Suresh. So nothing but one of the story in your book, it was given regarding the Sakal and Vilas. Sakal and Vilas, two boys. These two boys from different families. So different families. One is these two boys are age of 12 years. For example, we can take the age of 12 years. 12 years. So Ramesh and Suresh. Example we are taking. So what happened means Ramesh, his parents are farmers, and his mother were used to do the domestic chores, nothing but doing at home, homeworks, preparing of food, cooking of food, and cleaning of utensils, etc., like that, domestic. And his father were used to do in agriculture field. At the same time, whatever he is growing the crops, that vegetables he were used to sell in the city. And we're coming to the another one person, Suresh. Okay, na? Sakal or Vilas, we can take our own. So while coming to the Vilas, no need of again Nami Suresh, again confusion you will get. Sakal and Vilas. So while coming to here, Vilas is a family of the farmer, and while coming to Sakal is the family of the farmer, and Vilas, his father were a cell vendor. Sorry, his father were a fish vendor, not sell, fish vendor. He were used to sell the fishes in the market. So he were used to earn that money, and he were used to feed that money for the family purpose. So while coming to here, Sakal family, while coming to, he completed his 10th. So one of his family member advised that him to do some vocational courses. It will be create some benefit for you. Like that, he started doing some vocational courses after completing of his secondary education. So he finally did a vocational course in computerized, and he tried for the job in private sectors. He finally got, and after few days he worked and he learned, he trained in that sector, and he developed his skills, his abilities, he's developed his skills and abilities, acquire knowledge regarding the computer sector, and he created a software app which were changed his fate, and create the huge incomes, creates the huge incomes. So it creates, what happened for him, huge income, it given a huge income, the growth of his family, his family. Why? Because his family members were used to invest for his education. So again in that education return back, what happened means it came him as a profit, at the same time Zakal is healthy. Why? Because his parents were provided the nutrition food for him. So if he will get any illness also, directly they were used to go for the reference for the hospitals. Due to the healthy potential also, he acquire the high incomes in future. And coming to the Vilas, so his father was a fish vendor. So unfortunately his father was died. So what happened means his mother and he were taken taken selling of the fishes to feed their families. Why? Because remaining two sisters and one sister and one brother is there for him to feed them purpose. This his mother and he both started selling of the fish. But unfortunately, his health is always were used to suffer a lot. Due to the health issues, due to the self health issue. Athletics, he is an athletic patient, which were always used to refer for the hospital. So he were used to earn. So he stopped his career. He stopped his career. He stopped his education. He stopped his education due to the death of his father, and he were decided to develop to feed the family purpose. He were used to sell the fishes. He stopped the education. At the same time, he was suffering with the health issues. It created for the not the development of his family. So in society also is not developed. So that's why these are variation. What happened means a human capital. So human capital formation by investing on the education, health and training, it were given the higher incomes for the people in returns for a long aspects. For a long aspects. Due to this is the example of the two stories which showing the variation which were invested on the human capital, which are not invested on the human capital. I hope it understood. If you won't understand, you can call me again for any doubts and clarification. Don't be hesitated. You can call back to me to my cell. And next we are going to investment. So that's why what happened, investment made on the education and health. Investment made on the education and health can high yield. It is a high yield, nothing but high returns in the future. High returns in the future in the form of higher incomes. In the form of the higher incomes it were, and at the same time it were for the development of the contribution for the greater society. So education and human development, education and health were created for the development of the higher income. So we can take example as Japan we know, well known country. So everybody, well known country. So well, coming to the Japan. So Japan, well, coming to for them, natural resources are very limited. So natural resources are very limited. So this Japan where totally depends upon the human capital. Japan, capital Tokyo. Okay, no? The rising sun in the country. So especially Japan, what means it will be especially it will invested in human capital. Japan invested mainly in human capital. Japan invested in a human capital, or nothing but human resource. Nothing but human resource. Human resource is nothing but people resource. Human is nothing but people resource. So Japan especially invested in the human resource, and it did not have any natural resource. It don't have any natural resource. We do not have any natural resource for the Japan. So how are developed? How are developed and a rich country and a rich country and a rich country. So why means how means by investment. What they invested? They invested how means they invested on education and health. They invest on education and health. They invest on education and health. Like that they were developed. So natural resources are not there. Then what they did? They import. The need of natural resource. They import the need of natural resource in their country. In their country, they import the natural resource. So they invested. What happened? It made the efficient, if you made the efficient use of, made the efficient of other resource like land and capital, land and capital, like land and capital, especially what use of technology, use of technology, evolved by people, use of technology evolved by people, made rich and developed, made rich and developed, Japan. So now we are going to discuss this topic. Japan, it is a country. So what happened means here people as a human resource, especially why, because for them natural resources are very limit. For every year nearly 60,000 times the earthquakes were used to affect the Japan, but still it was strongly economically very good condition, and at the same time suffered with wars also, but economically strong this country. How means especially they invested on human resource. Why? Because the human resource are the earning of the future incomes. So for that purpose they invested on the human as a resource. Human as a resource we discussed. So how means this country, how this was developed and how it was rich means this country, how means it's possible by the investing especially on education, especially on health. Previous topic also regarding the Sakal and Vilas also saying that if the parents will be invest on the education and health, automatically the incomes will come profitable for them. But it will be long process. At the same time here also Japan were invested human resources. Taking an example for the human resources, how the country become developed and how the country become the rich. So how means by investment on the education and health. Why? Because they don't have any natural resource. For that purpose what happened? They were used to import the natural resource for their country need. They were developed. So how it is means by the using the efficient of other resource. What are that means? Especially land capital. So most important, for land is important, capital is also investment. So they were also used other capital and investment. Especially how? By using of technology. By using of the technology they were used to do. How this technology means? This technology involved made as a rich and developed. So they were especially depends upon the technology. So that is the example of Japan invested in the human as a resource. And next upcoming classes we are going to discuss the economic activities and non-economic activities. Non-economic activities. These economic activities place in 3 sectors. What are the 3 sectors? In the 3 sectors again, what are the sectors will be includes? We will discuss in that. And next one we will discuss regarding small topic regarding the green revolution, IT revolution, how it was impacting for the economic growth of our country. Next we are going to discuss the quality of population, education, health, unemployment. So topic will complete. Okay. And next upcoming second video we will continue the same topic. Thank you. Jai Gurudev. If any doubts please try to say. And nobody is giving the homework. Only from class 9th they are giving 1 or 2 persons only responding, and they are saying that in video class there is no homework. They are saying no. Already in WhatsApp group I am mentioning regarding the exercise, particular exercise, the page number, exercise and questions. Write in a classwork and show me. It will be most important. So it will be evaluated. The classwork will be evaluated 5 marks in your internal assessment. 5 marks we will be involved as a classwork written work. So everybody want to be show it to me. Okay na? Thank you. Jai Gurudev. Bye.